When did you realize you were the backup child? When I was 12, my parents sat me down with medical papers spread across the kitchen table. They explained I had this thing called hereditary hemochromatosis, too much iron in my blood. If we didn't treat it, my organs would pretty much rust from the inside. Every 8 weeks, I'd climb into the car without question, while my mom marked the calendar for the next appointment. My dad squeezed my shoulder that first day at the clinic. My brother Nate had a blood problem too, but he needed blood put in instead of taken out. I never asked for second opinions or questioned why different clinics each time. The treatments just became part of life. We went to different clinics each time because my parents said they wanted to find the best doctors, but I kept feeling worse after each one, coming home super tired and pale. When I was 16, I became friends with this girl, Becca, who had the same condition I supposedly had. She felt great after her treatments though. Her joint pain went away, and she had tons of energy. She said it was weird that I felt tired because taking out extra iron should make me feel better. I brought it up at dinner that night, and my parents looked at each other real quick before my mom said everyone's body works differently. Trust us, we've done the research, she said, but she wouldn't look at me. Something felt wrong after that, and during the next few treatments, I watched what my mom did. She always took the blood bag to her car instead of letting them throw it away, said it was for more tests, but she held onto it like it was super important. I started looking up my symptoms online, and everything said I should feel better after treatment, not worse. I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Everything fell apart when I needed a physical for track, since the school made us use their specific doctor. He did blood tests and came back looking really confused, showing me the results on his tablet. I had really bad anemia and barely any iron in my blood, which was the exact opposite of what I supposedly had. When he asked who told me I was sick and I explained about my treatments, his face got serious. He made some calls and found out my parents had been taking me to different clinics, telling them all different things, so none of the clinics knew about each other. This is medical abuse, he said quietly, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. He explained that my parents had been taking my blood while making me think I needed it done, and they had no idea I knew yet. The doctor wanted to call the cops right away, but I asked him to wait. I needed to hear them admit it. We came up with a plan where I'd record my next appointment while he called child services. I had to act normal for 3 days, even though I wanted to throw up every time I saw my parents. At the clinic, I started asking questions while they took my blood, asking where it went after they took it. My mom said they threw it away as medical waste, but when I mentioned seeing her take it to the car before, she froze with her hand halfway to her purse. She opened and closed her mouth a few times, mumbling something about extra testing, then the words just tumbled out. "Nate needs this batch today," she said, then immediately pressed her hand over her mouth like she could push the words back in. I pulled out my phone and called the number the doctor gave me while my mom lunged forward, grabbing for it, but the nurse stepped between us. Security showed up as my mom kept repeating that I didn't understand, that I'd always been sick, her voice getting higher and more desperate with each word, but the recording had caught everything. The investigation showed 4 years of them doing this. Nate called me crying when he found out. "Every transfusion, that was you?" he kept asking over and over. My parents got charged with medical child abuse. I went to live with a foster family. A few months later, their lawyer called saying they wanted to make up and explain everything. I thought about all those years of being tired and all the lies they told me. My foster mom had said that real parents would die before they'd hurt their kids. I blocked the number.